Welcome back, everyone. And it was one heck of a long wait, and we apologize for that. Back to the Gaimin Gladiators here, as presented by Gaimin.gg, and of course Stoneforge. I'm Hell Monkeyman in the booth alongside Galgan, and Galgan, we got kicked out. I guess I didn't pay rent. Maybe the power got cut. Maybe there's a few other factors at play. But we're gonna be viewing our next match from a weird point of view, but one that we can still adjust to. Who do we got on deck, and who are the Gaimin Gladiators going up against next?
Listen, we've got a saying here at the Gaimin Gladiator stream: against all odds, no matter what troubles come our way, we are going to bring you this gameplay, and it's going to be a best of 5 series against Origin Gaming. Now, this is going to be the upper bracket quarterfinals of this regional number 1. Obviously, if we get a win here, we are straight through to day number 2 in a top 6 at least position, but we know we're gunning for the top. But Origin Gaming, the opponents here, coming in from the closed qualifier, they go 3-1 there. Their only loss being a sweep loss to former Triple Java, now Frost Esports. They currently sit at 10th position on the table, and Origin had a pretty solid series in their first round. They went up against Atlas Gaming. They got it done in 3 games. It took them 2 overtimes, but that game 3 was a fantastic effort from them. They come back all the way from 1-3 to win that in overtime 4-3. So they're obviously feeling it right now, but I think what's on everybody's minds is exactly how these Gaimin Gladiators are going to perform in this series, and it's only a very short matter of time before we finally get our answers.
So, man, I'm letting you know that this is all happening live. Oh my goodness, they are apparently trying to invite us into the thing. They made room! I cannot tell you that this is whack. This is absolutely insane. All right, I am being invited live right now to try and get into the lobby after all the things I just adjusted to present it in a different way. They're now trying to get me in.
No worries. I will let you take over that, because I know it'll be moving very quickly here as they attempt to get into match. But as you get that sorted, I guess I'll talk everybody through round 1 results elsewhere in the bracket and just see if we can decipher some of these series scores as we get things set up. But as we look to the rest of the bracket, obviously we've got Origin Gaming in this matchup. You look at the other upper quarterfinals. Godspeed makes it in a 5-game effort over the Leftovers, and Asphyx's Minions, if you tuned into the mainstream, took down NSF in 4 games. So Godspeed and Asphyx's Minions will face off against each other. That's going to be a great match to watch back in the future. Meta Power as well make quick work of the newly acquired Friendly Fire, which took over No Comms. Shoguns couldn't get it done against Astronic. Actually, I believe that's the former No Comms. Pardon my misspeaking there. But Meta Power and Astronic get underway in the upper quarterfinals against each other. And the 1620 Kings make decently quick work in 4 games of Dark Rift, who have been going through a fair bit of roster changes, as most of these teams have heading into the spring split. They will face the winner of Asia Manji and Frost Esports. I say that because their round 1 series got off to a little bit of a delayed start, and they are currently going into game 5 as well. Those teams trading games pretty well with each other. So some familiar faces, some new ones as well in the upper quarterfinals of this bracket, but one constant remains, and that is the Gaimin Gladiators have a very solid chance here to make it straight through to those upper semis.
They definitely do, and everything's adjusting on the fly. You're doing a beautiful job of being an awesome person as well as helping to adjust to all of this. I think they were able to get it all good to go. Oh my gosh, we're about to be in there. You guys don't understand. Galgan is a dreamboat for being able to handle all of that while I'm handling all of the nonsense back here. Gaimin Gladiators looking for some just to be able to finally play their first game. Hello, Bass, as I am being greeted into the lobby. If you can carry for all of maybe 2 more minutes, as the Gladiators, against all odds, are trying to be able to make this one work, and I'm doing exactly the same as well.
Of course, yeah, no worries. We could talk about, obviously, if you are just coming in for the first time during this stream, you know that obviously this is the upper quarterfinals. There was upper round one. I left out Gaimin's result from that because they unfortunately did not end up playing that series. Their opponent for that team, Power Cuts, who came from the closed qualifier as well, were not able to field a roster for upper round one, so that series was not played, and Gaimin got a free pass into the upper quarters. You look at the other results as well. I talked about Origin's solid sweep over Atlas with 2 overtime victories as well. Not very far off goal scoring margins in that one, so still well done by Origin to get that going, and results elsewhere around. But I believe, as I see on the main stream here, just waiting to get everything underway, but we do a little bit of radio spectating here while we get things set up of the current series. Gladiators have gotten underway against Origin Gaming. Again, I mean, if you're new to the Gaimin Gladiators stream here and seeing these players play for the first time, we expect Gaimin to do pretty well with this series here. Abs Crazy, the new acquisition. A lot of people have questions, specifically with this Gladiators side, about the solo play from players on this side, and if you're picking up a player like Abs Crazy, you're not necessarily doing a whole lot to quell those fears, because Abs Crazy, one of the issues, if any, that you can pick out from his playstyle is that of the hard carry. A lot of people have dubbed Abs Crazy as the Abs carry, but it'll be really interesting to see. I mean, as this team continues to push, we talked about the chances of making even the spring major, but perhaps more importantly, World Championship, where APAC South may have that guaranteed spot in terms of points. The importance of this team wanting to make a change despite winning all 6 regionals thus far really shows that they have the competitive drive to take it all the way. And as I say it, 3:56 left into game number 1. The first goal has been scored in favor of, who would have guessed it, the Gaimin Gladiators. Fantastic effort to get things started, but they're already off on the right foot.
They are, and we're all of a few seconds away from a good throw into me being able to get beyond radio casting, and you guys are very patient, but it is now tied 1-1, and this Deluxe Dream team, well, maybe not Deluxe Dream anymore, but is still led by Deluxe, being able to make big challenges like what we will see very soon.
Yeah, this roster with Origin Gaming, it's interesting to look at them because you have Deluxe Wiz, Dizzo, and Zinx. Now, Deluxe Wiz and Dizzo, if you want to talk about APAC South and you want to talk about the roster changes that these players make in order to try and find the pairing and the group of 3 that really works versus, making changes whenever you're not feeling it in a certain event, Deluxe Wiz and Dizzo are the players that you look to think, hey, they've consistently been together this whole time. They're feeling it with each other, and we finally see another goal fall in here for the Gaimin Gladiators as we've got everything loaded up, and surely the rest soon to come here. But 2-1 for the Gladiators at the current moment. My point, though, about Origin Gaming, if you want to look for rosters with consistency here in Asia Pacific South, this is a roster that you want to look to, despite the different orgs picking up these players and bringing them in and around to different positions of the leaderboard. They've stayed true to each other. They want to be as consistent as possible, and it shows in this region where roster changes rule the day. If you can stay consistent and try and drive towards better results, more power to you. But the Gaimin Gladiators are not a team that are going to let you get that for free.
No, not one bit, and apparently nothing is ever going to be for free today on this wonderful Friday. But you know what? Everyone had enough money to get to the toll booth, and I had just enough in my bank account to survive any loss of profits and loss of sweat in this jacket. It has been a press now in opposite by Origin Gaming. They're trying to be able to move down into the pitch, and they've laid up a couple exactly in the same position that Deluxe Wiz did just there at the near side post, looking for perimeter pressure. And this is a squad that's been able to at least lead the Gaimin Gladiators by their nose so far in this early game 1. We're still best of 5 time. I don't think we hit best of 7s until that upper final. So you got to be able to start fast, start strong, the same way that we've seen all double elimination bracket long.
And as this series progresses, I want people to look at Zinc specifically of Origin Gaming, likely going to be the initiator on a lot of these pushes. Deluxe filling a more janitor-focused role here. Big block from Abs Crazy as well, but a little bit of a double jump up to get the clear. And it's something that we have to watch out for Gaimin Gladiators. Because again, when you're the top of the region, when you've got all the regionals in your bag, there's going to be a lot of people doubting you. A lot of people basically preying on your downfall. But these players, I mean, LCT, if there's anybody you're going to back to get a move like that in the middle of the field. My goodness, dismantling everybody.
Yeah, that is, he has highlight reels that have dragons on them for a reason, because he is constantly breathing fire, and it is an inferno on the opposite end as the Gaimin Gladiators are able to extend their lead out by 2. Oh, a would-be take by Dizzo from the kickoff doesn't turn into a return goal. LCT with a setup over to Max. Oh, that just comes off the interior corner, unable to get a would-be recoil. And would-be counterplay set up. Those are key opportunities that Origin Gaming won't be able to find too often, but when they do, they gotta be able to set it out, and they gotta be able to get it quick.
And it's looking like Origin really want to try and establish some kind of pressure here, but they're not really allowed to break into the box just yet. Strong defense standing tall from the Gladiators. Dizzo coming through to the bottom corner, and you can see Deluxe Wiz trying to run an interference there, but unsuccessfully, just kind of pushing the run of play along that goal line. Big challenge from Max as well. Gets the ball clear, and that's the green light for Abs Crazy to try and force this ball through the corner. You can see the pressure building. It's in front of a fairly open net. Abs Crazy can't quite finish it off himself, though, but props for the effort to at least get something going. You can see the collection here of offensive pressure from the Gladiators. They understand that they've got the advantage. They take it all the way. LCT's at the backboard here trying to get this to waterfall down, but in the closing moments with the 2-goal lead, you can see the pressure just continuously ramping up until Abs Crazy relieves it and gets another goal.
This is the kind of score total that we will expect time and again from these wonderful Gaimin Gladiators. And, we looked at it before. Abs Crazy. Is he all flash, no substance? Is he the Abs carry? Is he that wonderful bit of popularity for a good reason? And so far, he's been a wonderful addition to the Gladiators, and they're looking pretty darn good here and focused in game number 1.
Yeah, I don't think they have too many doubts about them here in game 1 of this series. It's the first time we're seeing this roster in the spring split, and it's a beautiful sight to see. 20 seconds left and counting in game 1 here as the Gladiators trying to make quick work of Origin and advance to day 2. Again, if you're new to this stream and don't quite know exactly how the format works out here, minimum of 2 games for these players on the first day. If they're able to go 2-0, which by virtue of the forfeit early on, Gladiators have already got that 1-0 in their pocket. They get this win, they're automatically on to day 2, they're automatically in the top 6 of the regional, and they've automatically gotten game 1 because, did anybody have any doubts that they would?
No, I never doubted. I don't think that we're going to see too many doubts. Oh, I'm going to have to flip that around. But it was actually the Gaimin Gladiators that take this one in a 4. Oh, goodness, none of these stats added up, apparently. Well, you know what? Then let me take you to the right page. But I'm going to show you what this looks like. Hold on. This is what stats looks like these days, people. This is premium gaming. The most recent patch went absolutely hamskis on the would-be just UIs. So what we get is Gaimin Gladiators, Focus, and Origin Gaming. I think any team that goes against the Gladiators has to be met with the understanding it's going to go fast, and they are going to be under pressure, and they're going to have to play for the counter. But they can't be, with their backs to the wall the entire time. They must be able to get out of their own half. I mean, you have the likes of 12 shots to just 4, triplet kit over Origin Gaming.
Yeah, and go ahead and try and decipher this messed up scoreboard all you want, but the one glaring truth that I see on the top of that board is LCT with over 700 points and at least 1 point in every single category of the goals